And welcome to the Aaron Katzman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Katzman. We speak to your life, your money, and your investments. And as always, we're coming to you from the spiritual and soon to be financial capital of the world, Jerusalem, Israel. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. And if you're not yet done so, please subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. So I want to apologize in advance if I don't have the quality of voice that I usually have for this event, this weekly event. I'm a bit under the weather, but because this is a public service to you, the listeners, the viewers, the show must go on, as they say. So we don't take a break, no matter if we're under the weather or not. So we're doing this anyway for you, and we have an interesting topic today. It's about whether you can become a millionaire. Okay, a lot of people say you can't become a millionaire. I don't want to get into the whole thing if it's important to become a millionaire. That's a different question, right? Of how important to have money. Obviously, we all have to have money, but leave that aside for this second, right? There's a lot out there that like you can no longer get wealthy. You can no longer become sort of financially secure, financially stable, because it's the system that's rotten. The system is stacked against the little guy, and it just won't happen. And the fact of the matter is, that's just not true. Okay, all you have to do is trust the process, follow the process, and you too can be financially secure. You too can become over time a millionaire. Now, let's start off by defining terms. There is a misnomer out there that in order to become a millionaire, your income must equal $1 million a year. That is not what a millionaire is. A millionaire is somebody whose assets minus what they, what they owe, their liabilities, equals $1 million. What's that mean? Let's say you've got $50,000 in the bank and you've got $100,000 in all kinds of retirement accounts or investments. And let's say you have a home which is worth $500,000. Okay. So you add those things up, that equals $650,000. But on your home, you have $200,000 mortgage. Okay, so now your net worth is $450,000. And let's assume you have no other debt. So you're on your way to becoming a millionaire, but your net worth is now worth $450,000, right? You're not making $1 million a year, right? You're making whatever you make, right? 50, 60, 70, 80, 200, whatever it is, that's what you make a year. And over time, you save and you invest and you pay down your mortgage, and all of a sudden, voila, you can have that same net worth. So I want to give you a few tips. What do I say when I say trust the process? The process is key here, okay? Don't be too smart, because people are too smart to try and outthink the process, outsmart the process, end up spinning their wheels and they don't get ahead financially. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is get yourself out of debt, right? You can't grow, as we just demonstrated, right? If you have in the liabilities or the debt side of the equation, if you actually have numbers there, if you actually owe people or owe things money, right, that's going to be a negative as to your net worth. It's a negative as to your quest to become a millionaire. So you want to pay off debt. You are not going to become wealthy by paying other people money. They're going to become wealthy. It's a great business model for them, right? But you're going to fast track to the poorhouse because all you're doing is paying interest and minimum payments. That's not a way to grow your net worth. So the first thing is get out of debt, and get out of debt as soon as possible, right? Live on a budget, spend less than you make, than you bring home, right? At the beginning, when you're paying off debt, you have to do that. You have to create that difference so that whatever's left over can go to pay off the debt. Once you get out of debt, you take that difference and you plow it into savings, which is step number 2, right? After you budget and after you get out of debt, you want to start saving. Okay, you want to save, first of all, for an emergency fund, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So it depends. The financial planning community is split on the amount of time, but anywhere between like 3 and 6 months is good of your expenses, right? Your monthly expenses, multiply that by 3, 6, whatever it is, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Save that money up and put it into the bank in a savings account, a money market, whatever it is. You're not going to get wealthy on that money. That money is to protect you against your fridge breaking down. And, if that happens, hey, no problem. Just go into my emergency fund, pay it off, and we keep going, right? It makes life a lot easier. You don't have to start scrambling, right? You know, at the time where you already have a big financial headache, you don't have to, you know, add insult to injury by having to scramble around because you don't know where your money is, okay? Then after you do that, after your emergency fund, you want to start investing, right? You want to have short and midterm investments and long-term investments. Short and midterm, right? You have to first define what your goals are, what your needs are, right? Is this money just for retirement and you're young, or is it to help marry off children? Is it for retirement, but you're in your mid-50s or 60s already, right? You have to define what it is your goals are and what your needs are, and then you invest the money accordingly so that you can achieve both your goals and hit your needs. That's the process. It's not all that complicated. It's when you start making it complicated by getting into all kinds of schemes and scams. And, you know, I know people who invested in African oil wells and they did high yielding deposits in Georgia. Now you might think, hey, Katzman, what's wrong with Georgia? Because I'm not talking about Atlanta. I'm talking about the country of Georgia, Tbilisi. Okay, it's in order to get 8%. I remember that's what it was at the time, 8%, when the rest of the world is paying like 2% on dollar deposits. People sent their money to the country of Georgia. How do you think that worked out? That did not end well, okay? Don't try and be a genius. Don't try and be overly smart. Don't overthink it. Just like we're following this tried and true process, right? Get out of debt, budget, okay? Start saving. Save for the short term, save for the long term. That's it, okay? Don't start getting overly creative in how you invest your funds, right? Keep it simple, right? Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, you know, those are tried and true investment vehicles that have worked for people for hundreds of years, okay? So you don't have to be the one who finds the new way, right, to make money, right? Like digital art. Well, that was a winner. Right? Could have told you that wasn't going to end up too well either, right? That wasn't going to end well either. You know, NFTs, all these kinds of things. Just stick to tried and true principles of investing and tried and true principles of managing your money, your personal finance, right? That's the way to achieve financial success. Stay away from TikTok, stay away from Instagram, stay away from social media, and try not to talk too much to your friends who have consumed that and are not going to be in such a great financial situation down the road. Okay, so you want to be a millionaire, you can do it. You can really, really do it. It's not as hard as it seems, okay? Just follow the process, trust the process, and you can have a secure financial future. You have been tuning into the Aaron Katzman Show. We speak about your money, your life, your money, and your investments. If you like this, hit the like button below. If you've not yet done so, please, please, please subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll speak to you soon.